Hey guys, it's John here, and today we're going to get back to another tutorial. So it's literally been a long while since I actually put up anything. Part of that was that when I go into college mode, it's literally me doing college, and since I am in the last stretch of my bachelor's, I'm like, I gotta get this done. So really sorry that happened, but thanks guys for just sticking around. And then when I actually was going to get straight into, I was creating this tutorial, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put out a couple of videos because I do have like spring break coming up. Windows 10 update, and all my executables, or basically all the programs that I run, literally everything was not running at all. Even though I have most, if not all, of my programs installed on my an external drive. So I literally had to reinstall Windows. So it wasn't the external drive that was the issue. It was actually Windows reading those, reading the drive and then reading the executable. So I had to reverting it. None of that would work. So I actually literally had to install Windows 7. And now I'm slowly upgrading it to Windows 8 and back up to Windows 10. So right now, running Windows 7, everything seems to be running really smoothly. All the game engines are running smooth right now. Camtasia is working fine. I use it to also edit. Usually I run Vegas to edit, but I don't want to I want to get back into doing tutorials. So I have all the basics, and I have them all propped up and everything. So this is CopperCube. The latest version has some updates with water and wind effects and everything. Also, some of you may see that this may be a Unity tutorial. So a lot of people were like, okay, Unity versus CopperCube. Well, let's see. CopperCube has a smaller group working on it than Unity. Unity's already a very established and very well-known game engine. End of argument. What I'm going to do here is literally say, hey, we can't compare what it's like. That's like literally comparing what CopperCube could be in the next 5 to 10 years versus what it's going to be right now versus Unity. If you want something super advanced, something that's going to get you across multiple platforms with a little bit more work to it, go with Unity. If you want something that you want to kind of like play around with as kind of a hobby / toy, it's going to be CopperCube. But the thing with CopperCube is, again, it's slowly getting there. So this is a fully functional Unity tutorial, literally put inside of CopperCube. And then what we're going to do is we're going to port this to Android to kind of play around with that. So we're going to build the entire game, and we're going to expand on it. Most people had an issue because it was literally this girl just collecting little spheres, and I decided to create a little story, and it's bad guys and a little MIDI game, and then since it's a Unity created project and you can do whatever the hell you want with it, well, I'm going to put it onto the Android Play Store for free so you guys can play around with it. Basically, the objective, as in with the tutorial, collect the spheres. Added objectives, collect the spheres and all of the adjoining areas. So there's going to be 3 extra areas, and there's going to be some enemies in them, and then you're going to have to fight them too. So we're not going to get into that one today. We're going to get this all set up, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to go over all the coding. So that's what we're going to do today. So it's going to be a little bit lengthy video. Programs that you're going to need: CopperCube, you're also going to need Unity Game Engine. This is to download the Penelope Complete project. Again, if you're gonna go and just do the whole Unity versus CopperCube project, don't. Unity is already there. It's already won. This is for people who want to kind of play around with CopperCube. You're also gonna need FBX Converter 2013.3. So you can convert the FBX models into something else. like, let's see, OBJ, day file, older, and older FBX formats. And then you're also going to need frag motion. And then if you guys haven't heard of this, well, I'll pull it up here. I know this is the older version of Bing. So Mixamo is an animation site owned by Adobe, and I've used it and I keep using it, but it literally it auto rigs and then it allows you to add animations and it exports it as FBX, which is really, really nice. Now then what you do is you import it into frag motion. So it has the basic guy file, and then it has all the animations, and then you're just going to add those animations to the guy file. And then you may have to use FBX converter to convert the different versions, so a newer version to an older version. And then you using frag motion, you're going to convert it to .ms3d, which I think is one of the better formats if you're going to use CopperCube game engine. The reason why you would use this is that it's actually relatively quite easy to put a game together. While you're not going to put together a super complex one, you can put one together relatively very quickly within a couple hours. Also, the device we're going to actually test our game on, again, it's another benchmark type thing. This is the GPD. It is an Android device that is literally a clone off the 3DS. So, again, just to kind of like test our pushing, because this is more of a DS type game. So, what you're going to do is you're going to just download. Literally, we're going to do this right now. We're going to download this said project, and then work from there. Alright, so we're going to say, yes, I already made a backup. And then what we actually need are the objects. But we're also going to pull up is blenders, what I forgot to tell you guys. So Blender is a 3D animation and modeling software. And we're usually just gonna, we're basically just gonna use this to check to make sure that the models are working properly. So it's a check software. Also, Mono exe, yeah, we can trust it. I have trained on ultra safe right now. So we're gonna go into objects, and then we click right on it, and it shows show an explorer. There we go. Here's our FBX. We're gonna copy its location. Copy. Then what we're going to go to is Blender. We're going to go import FBX. We're going to paste, and we can see all this. So we have like rocks, glow, FBX, Penelope herself, and main level FBX. Okay, so this is why we have the FBX converter, is to convert it into a more compatible version. So we're just going to say FBX. We're going to select everything open. It's going to import everything, and then we're going to go to 2009. We're going to say convert, and then it's going to put it into a 2009 folder. So it's finished everything. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Blender. And if it imports it here, then we're fine. 2009 folder. Then we're going to go to main level FBX. Versions unsupported MSP. Okay, wait. – 2013 then. What you can also do is you can also convert it to day or OBJ formats. Because usually FBX fails, then you can convert it to the day file or the FBX file. But this should do it. Okay, so file, import FBX 2013 main level, boom, there you go. So this is the skybox, and then inside here is the actual level. As you can see, it also saved everything as a separate object, which basically means if we select this, we can then move it. We can edit it. This is how, you know, they do stuff in like a game engine, and then move it over. And then all they do now is they add textures to it. So we go to UV image wrapper, open image. We're going to paste where we got the object, go up, and we're going to go to textures. And at this point, we're just going to kind of use the Unity engine to cheat. It's re-importing everything. Since we don't need this, pull it back up in Blender. Cable TGA, we can apply that to that. This is basically just the power cables. Image. Cable. Then we want to set textured. There you go. It'll look better when you texture everything. But that's it, basically. So you have to kind of do that to everything. And then what you want to do, oops, let's put this back to solid object, is once you click on everything and you texture it, you're going to want to export it as an OBJ file or a day file, and then you then import it into here, because when you click right, insert static mesh, it accepts a bunch of stuff. So don't worry guys, you'll actually be getting this file as a download so you can play around with it. But that's the process I use to import everything. And then we actually use Mixamo to animate her. So we actually export her as an OBJ. And then import her into Mixamo, apply a bone rig, and then we call it animator. So I can actually pull up Mixamo right now and show you guys that. So if we go over here, we can browse the animations. We also browse characters. Those aren't the ones I created. My assets. And as you can see, I have actually quite a few characters that I have been playing around with. And this is Penelope. She doesn't have any textures on her because she just has one texture skin mesh, so it doesn't mess it up. And so I can just easily apply it outside of Mixamo. But I can actually and this is already like a preset group. So she is idle, walking, and running. And we can see this real quickly in like Marine Guy, where he can be running, walking, and then idle. And then again we have Nathan Drake. There you go. Okay. So now we're done with that. Let's get back to coding. Well, this video is getting a little bit long. It's at 16 minutes, and I like doing shorter videos. So I'm actually going to upload this and then do a part 2 where we just detail the coding. And then from there on, we're actually going to literally create the other levels, the enemies, the objectives, and then we're going to export it over to the Android Play Store for you guys to play, and then we're gonna work on like mobile setups. So hopefully guys you'll enjoy this. Remember, subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. Oh, and if you have any comments or any other tutorials ideas, put it down below. I will actually be doing Unity tutorials using 2 non-coding add-ons from the Unity store and actually some coding for those who actually want to learn some coding. So I will be doing that hardcore this summer. So somewhere right in May is going to be a start of a bunch of Unity tutorials every single week. So stick around for that. And again guys, I'll see you in the next video.